Hello gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fit of Philosophy, and today I'm going to talk about Black Friday. Now, I'm sure you're aware as onliners that in the modern world, in the modern context, Black Friday is considered the last Friday in November where all these special offers and deals appear online, and we as consumers are expected to go into overdrive, max out our credit and start buying the goodies, because we are after all obedient, complicit consumers, right? You know, where did the name Black Friday come from? Because historically there has been several Black Fridays in the past. All of them, by the way, have occult references. So I'm going to highlight a historic Black Friday for you, just as an illustrative example. And we're talking about Friday the 13th, back in medieval times, when King Philip of France, with the backing of the then Pope, arrested the French contingent of the Knights Templar. Now, he did this because he owed them a lot of money, and if he got rid of them, not only could he wipe his debts out the way, he could have a good shot at grabbing their wealth. So when you grab someone's wealth, of course, it's also a power grab. So it was simply a power play between some very powerful operatives. He was superficially successful, kings often are, but he did pay quite a tall price for it, and ultimately part of the reason that the French nobility, the French royal family, were removed from the history books due to the French Revolution was part of that legacy. The moment in time when it happened was considered astrologically significant, and it was also at that moment in time Friday was considered the last day of the week for the weekend. Although this, when you go further back in time, this hasn't always been the case. Deep history shows that Saturday was the last day of the week and Sunday was the first day of the following week. But I don't want to digress too much. The Black Friday was Friday the 13th. Since then, it's had strong occult references within nefarious magic protocols, loosely called black magic. But in fact, in the broader field of occultism, so also in good magic, the number 13 on Friday is highly significant. And I want to kind of take it even further and look at it numerically. Because if you take 13, right, and then you add Friday the 13th, Friday is, at the modern times, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th day of the week. So 5 and 3 make 18, which is divisible. The number 18, 8 and 1 is 9. But the number 18 is divisible by 9, 6 and 3. 9, 6 and 3 are very powerful, or what are called pivotal numbers. And it's when you kind of have that view, it brings us back to what we're looking at now, and that is the numerical manipulation of the consuming masses, who are programmed to spend an awful lot of money, particularly on unnecessary stuff, at this specific time of year, and this is the day in which they're encouraged to do so. The consequence is that because of the lack of organisation within the delivery service and the postal service, parcels will be lost, parcels will be delayed, people will receive parcels they don't want, people will change their minds about ordering them and try and return them back again. It's an absolute cavalcade of absurdity, and that tends to tie in with the number 18, which is the top number of 3, 6 and 9, which has both good references and bad. And there you have it. I don't want to go too deep into the number side of things because it's complicatedly simple, right? And I don't want to go too much into historical Black Fridays because they actually do go back to Egyptian times, when there was a specific day of the week which was deemed suitable for unpleasant business. In other words, if you had unpleasant business confined to one day, particularly within the priest class, then it left 6 other days or 7 other days, right, clear for good stuff and more positivity. I'm Ralphie, hope you enjoyed this little monologue, and importantly, I hope it's got you thinking. That's important. I want you to think. It's one of the most creative things we can do. In fact, thinking will be the subject of my next video. Hope you've enjoyed this. Click subscribe if you have, and we'll see you soon, you wonderful, wonderful fitter philosophers.